Hi guys. I've gotten into a new hobby and I wanted to discuss it. I'm gonna get into drones, and on my way to work, I pass a drone shop all the time. So I went ahead and bought this little guy, which this is a Proto-X. It's only $30, very cheap. Um, so I don't feel bad if I destroy this thing at all. But I'm getting good at flying it around. This is the controller. It's very eh, it's not, of course, you get what you pay for. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the same caliber as a Phantom 3, which I am getting. Don't know if it's going to be in a few weeks or a month. I just got to figure out how I can buy it without really feeling the pain of spending over $1,000 on it. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mountain ranges and stuff around Las Vegas, and especially in Arizona. There's just very beautiful places. You have Lake Mead, you have the Hoover Dam and stuff. So I would love to get the 4K version and just fly it around and actually take really nice shots of these things and throw it up on this YouTube channel so you guys can see it. Now, the FAA is kind of retarded. They make you fill out this form. I don't know where it is or whatever. That in order for me to monetize the videos, I have to get approval from FAA, which all I can say is, fuck you, FAA. I don't believe that you have the authority or the right to even make such a stupid requirement. Because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be policing things. You're supposed to be, just setting guidelines to make sure that I don't fly a drone into an airplane. That's essentially what your job is for, but instead you have to create stupid rules. Um, Now, there's a lot of people out there who believe that this is a privacy issue, which is complete bullshit, because when I fly my drone, I'm not going to be flying it to spy on people. I'm going to fly it just because it's fun. It's fun to fly these things around. I mean, didn't you kids play with RC cars back in the day? This is the next best thing. I mean, it's more expensive. It's fun. Um, so I'm going to turn it on. So this is what it looks like. Just got to let it level off. And I'll turn this on. There we go. So that's what it looks like. And of course you can... They're brush motors. So the problem is if you go like this, the top blades don't run. Again, it's cheap. It's supposed to be. But you can fly it and crash it. Problem is, every time you start her up, you have to play around with the trim to get it so it can kind of sit level. For that case, since it went... It's fun. It's not something I could keep in just a little area, but it's something that I've crashed this sucker so many times. I've probably flown it maybe 5 times now. Battery life is pretty acceptable for such a small thing. I mean, I get about, I believe it's like 5 to 6 minutes. It takes 22 minutes or so to charge, which is really reasonable. And it has a proprietary connector, and it just charges via USB. It has a little light on the USB tip itself that when the light comes off, you're good. But yeah, that was my plan, is to buy something cheap so I can learn, because it's not easy. The beauty of it is that the Phantom 3 has a lot of computers in it. It has a lot of stability built in. It has GPS. I mean, it basically can fly itself. The thing is that it has a lot of safeguards in place, so you can't take it off near an airport. I mean, it actually has updates that it gets quite regularly, where if the government says, wait, you can't fly this by the Grand Canyon, DJI will actually release an update that will actually tell the drone, hey, look, you can't, within like a mile of this particular landscape, you can't take off, and it won't let you. I think that is fucked up, considering that that's your product. I mean, when you buy something, it's yours. It's not up to a company to dictate how and when you use it. So I do believe that should be an optional thing for kids, like a parental control option. That's the way it should be. But that's what happens with regulations. With regulations, people go overboard. They decide, okay, well, since you can't be trusted, I have to be your parent for you. And that's the way a lot of companies are these days, especially mother government here in the United States, where they really love exerting their power and control over the dumbest things. Again, this is not going to hurt anybody. Now, what's funny, and this is something that I'm going to figure out soon. There's a huge-ass parking lot by my apartment complex. I've read through the lease agreement several times, all the rules, regulations. There is nothing in there that says you can't fly a vehicle. There's nothing that says you can't fly an RC drone. There's nothing in there that says that you can't drive an RC car. There's nothing that says you can't even put an RC boat in the pool. There's nothing in there that specifies these things. So me being a smartass with a $1,300 drone flying it around in the parking lot, we'll see how quickly they're going to make an amendment to that. Because it's one of those things where it's like when I had the iPad, I bought the iPad right when it originally came out, the original first-gen model. And I went to a Best Buy with it. Now, today, people walk all over the place with fucking tablets. But at the time, it wasn't common at all. I looked like an idiot doing it. I would walk around in the mall and people were like, why the fuck are you carrying this iPad around? Like, you have an iPhone. But what I would do is, do comparative price shopping on it because it was a much more enjoyable experience browsing the web on that versus the 3.5-inch screen that was on the iPhone. This is before Apple, of course, made the screen larger. So I would tether it to my phone, and I would go walking around Best Buy, looking up the Amazon prices versus that. So I proceed to leave, and a security guard flips out. Like, he thought that I stole it. And it's because at that time, it wasn't commonplace. Whereas a cell phone, they're not going to assume that you stole it because everybody and their cousin has a cell phone. Now everybody and their cousin has an iPad. But it's the same thing here. It's that until a situation arises where, like for instance, I'm pretty sure none of my neighbors have a drone. But I'm pretty sure because of me, they're going to do something. Am I going to do something stupid to ruin it for everybody? No. Am I going to fly it directly over the pool and spy on people? No. Am I going to look into other people's windows and stuff? No. That's not why I want it. I want it because I really want to shoot the thing like 200 feet in the air and take a really nice overview look directly above where I live. Like, just really be able to see the Vegas Strip from the sky. I mean, it's something really cool that, the only other way you get to do that is if you spend a lot of money and take a helicopter ride. Whereas this, it's cheaper. You could just fly it up there, have fun, look at the camera, take some 4K video, which I plan on doing. So that's some exciting stuff. It's a new hobby I'm going to get into. It's making me happy. Gaming, I'm getting tired of gaming. And I noticed that I've made that comment several times. I know you guys are like, oh, then why did you buy the Xbox? I use it mostly for media playing, which, yeah, I could have gotten a Roku, but for me, I play a lot of Blu-ray movies, so for me, I like that. My computer has a Blu-ray player built in, but it's just so much work. At this, I just pop the disc in, turn it on, and it automatically starts playing. So but yeah, I'm looking forward to E3. That's something I really am. Microsoft is setting himself up for failure, and the reason why I say that is they're saying that this is going to be the greatest lineup of games that they've ever announced, ever. Well, when people say that, it sets the precedence really up there, and then they just don't deliver. Things that I want to see in E3, which I'm going to make a huge video about things I want to see at E3, but things just specifically to Microsoft, I would love them to resurrect some old titles. Make a good Perfect Dark. Make a good Banjo and Kazooie. Make a good, Fable game for it. Bring back a lot of the old series that just have died from old age. Stop resurrecting the same shit where, okay, let's release another Call of Duty, which they're gonna do. They already announced Black Ops 3, which I might get. I don't know. I didn't really care for Advanced Warfare, and I didn't really care for ghosts. I thought them two were eh. The last good game I really liked was Black Ops 2. I really liked it. Uh, let's see. Yeah, there's a lot that gaming is just it. I've lost interest because of all the bullshit. I hate that when I buy Forza Horizon 2, I have to be bombarded with, okay, here's microtransactions, buy these car packs, do all this after you had spent $60 on the game. That to me is ruining my hobby. I mean that's really what it is. Gaming is a hobby. It's not, something people always go for professional things. It's just something to enjoy, and I really don't get enjoyment out of gaming anymore, which is why I'm trying some other things. And I mean, drones, it is something fun. It's something I've liked pretty much my whole life. I mean, I used to like watching videos and stuff on people flying their little copters, and it's cool. It's a really fun hobby to get into, and you're not really hurting anybody. But people do overreact. People do throw rocks at drones. People shoot them down, which is complete stupidity. But we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely when the drone comes in, which again probably won't be for a month. I'll do an unboxing, of course. I'll also demonstrate it running. I finally found my tripod mounts. I found my cameras. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff finally here that I haven't had for almost a year now. But yeah, really looking forward to things. So take care, guys. Look out for future videos. If you have any recommendations of things you would like to see on this channel, definitely drop a comment below. If you want me to cover certain topics in gaming, definitely drop a comment below, or you can message me on... I personally like to read the Twitter feeds, so just send me an @JackTheBomb on Twitter, and I read those. So if you have a recommendation saying, hey, can you make a video explaining this or your opinions on that, do it. I mean, it's just, to me, it's like my life is so busy, so I really don't get a lot of time to really sit and think about it. But, as I said, you guys are my fans. I mean, I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys bared with me through my little chaos. But I think things are going to get better, and this channel is growing. Shit. Like last week, I gained 100 subscribers. I was like, oh shit. So, yeah, we're getting back in the game, guys. Bye.